Hey hustlers, Miles here. I hope you're having a great day. In today's video, I want to show you how you can use Photoshop to create an awesome design in less than 10 minutes. Let's get into it. So welcome back to Hustle Endeavor. Please like, subscribe and hit the notification bell if you like this video. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I help entrepreneurs build successful income streams online for more money, more freedom, and a better future. And currently we're all building our Etsy stores up, so if you need help with that, please subscribe. And quickly before we get started, I put together a completely free 1-hour masterclass that will show you the exact steps and processes you need to take if you want to grow an Etsy store that generates $100,000 or more in a year. To view the masterclass, simply go to the link beneath this video. So I've had quite a number of people ask me if I could do another one of these kind of design tutorials since the last video I did, which was quite a while ago now. So as the name suggests, on this week's video, I want to show you how you can design an awesome design using Photoshop in less than 10 minutes. I know for a lot of people, this is one of the biggest reasons why they aren't getting the results they want. As we've spoken about on previous videos, especially if you're doing print on demand, if your designs aren't up to par, you're gonna have a real hard time succeeding at this business, because your design is what sells the product it's on. However, if you can improve the quality of your designs, it can literally be transformational for your print on demand business. Anyway, you're going to need Photoshop if you want to, follow along, which I believe is, a must for anyone running a print-on-demand business. And also, all fonts and icons I've used in this video will be in the description beneath this video. So let's dive behind the screen and let's get into it. Okay, so let's dive in. The first thing you want to do is you want to select the T. That's your type tool, and you want to write out what you want. And then what we're going to do, we're going to resize it by selecting the font, Command T, and then holding Shift and dragging the edges. That keeps it the same size, sort of, so it doesn't go funny while you're making it bigger. Then what we're going to do to make the next word, to save time, is we're just going to hold Option, click on it and drag. It's going to duplicate that image or word, and we're going to write the next word, but I'm going to change the type. And as you can see, you can do that at the top there, and then I'm going to just drag it to the center just to make sure it's centered. One thing that's a real giveaway with kind of amateur design is that it's not spaced correctly. The words are kind of slanted or off to the corners, so you want to make sure that you get everything kind of lined up properly. Okay, so then I'm going to copy that again by holding Option and clicking on it and dragging to write the next word. So that means also that if you copy it, it's going to keep it the same size, so you know all the words are the same size. Okay, so I'm going to make that centered again, and come back to the title. What I think is I'm going to change this to the same as the top one. So change it back to Sans 1, and as I mentioned previously, the type that I'm using for this particular design will be in the link below, the description, below this video. So we've pretty much done the first part. Again, we're making good time. We've done this in less than 2 minutes, and I'm going to select the rectangle tool. Make sure the fill is black to match the writing, and make sure there's no stroke on it. And I'm just going to click and drag, and I'm going to get it in the right kind of rectangle I want, which in this case is I want a small one, because I'm going to make it look like the words are in the middle of this one line. So again, I'm going to get this where I want, and I'm going to Option, click to get a duplicate of this particular rectangle, and again I'm going to make sure it's on the other side. I'm going to come back to type, I'm going to select and I'm going to select this time the script out of this particular family. I'm going to write the next part of the phrase. So if you can see, there's kind of a weird spacing on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this by clicking on it. And if I come over to the right here, you can see this A with this slash on it. And then you can see the VA. That adjusts the spacing between the letters. So as you can see, I've changed it to 0. And there's not that weird space between it. So I'm just going to make this slightly bigger by dragging on the corners. And I'm going to get it to in the middle there. Okay, so I'm going to select that. Let's get that where I want it to. And you know, the more you kind of play around and sort of learn Photoshop, the easier this will become for you over time. But again, let's make sure these are all lined up correctly. So let's get that where I want it to. Let's move it slightly to the left. There we go. Okay, so we're almost there. Let's just make sure these are lined up correctly as well. So I'm just using those rectangles now just to sort of guide me, just to make sure I get these in the kind of right kind of place, just so visually it looks a bit more symmetrical. Okay, so there we go. So again, we're going to come to the type tool and we're going to write the next part of the word out. I'm going to keep it the same. So again, remember Command T, sorry, and drag it to the corner to make it the same size. And then I'm going to add one below, words below, the final word below, which is tomorrow in this case. Again, Command T, and this time I'm going to make it smaller, so I'm going to fit it just under the word better. Again, because I want everything to kind of be symmetrical. Again, I'm going to get the rectangle tool just to section it off again. And there we go. It's almost there. Okay, and I'm just going to sign it off with the name of the channel, obviously Hustle Endeavor. Again, I'm going to Command T, and I'm just going to drag it from the corner just to make sure, just get it smaller and make sure it kind of, when it resizes, it's kind of in the same, doesn't go all weird. So I've just highlighted everything now, and I'm just going to make it all a little bit bigger so it fits the page now. Okay, so I think it's probably cool to add kind of like a picture or a detail. So again, with this particular font pack I downloaded, you get this little graphics pack, which is quite cool. So I'm just trying to think of what would go with this particular artwork. Okay, this arrow, will be able to fit it in. So I'm just going to delete this rectangle now. Instead, I'm going to use the arrow. So I'm just going to copy that in. Control C, then Control V again. And I'm just going to move it to, select it and move it to where the rectangle was. And now I'm just going to just move those out of the way and select this. And I'm going to go to that little FX sign. I'm going to change the color of it. I'm going to change it to a color overlay on it. I'm going to change it to black to match. And then I'm just going to flip it by selecting the icon in the corner and, you know, rotating it and getting it where I want it to be. Okay, so we're almost there. I'm just going to go select the top word now, Control T, and if you see this little icon here, if you select that, you can put an arch on it, which is pretty cool, and you can select the amount of the bend of the arch. So you can sort of play around with this, try and get it the way you want it to. So in this case, I'm going to select 12%. I'm going to apply the transformation. Okay. So just just adjust this slightly, all these little things. Okay, and zoom out. Okay, so now we're going to add a final effect on this. So we're going to select everything, highlight everything, and we're going to go to layer mask. Okay, then we're going to hold option and click on this layer mask, and you'll see that it changes it to a white space. Now you're going to want to have an image of like a piece of concrete or some sort of texture as well. So I've got this. So you want to copy this. So by doing Control C, then you want to select this, Control V. That will paste it in the layer mask, and you just want to make sure that the texture goes over the whole image, and then you're going to hold Command D to deselect, and you're going to select that, and you can see that now it's kind of got that texture on it, but we want it to be pop just a little bit more. So we're going to go to adjustments, image adjustments at the top. We're going to go to curves, and we're going to just adjust this line just to make it a little bit darker, just so it just pops that little bit more, and it's just a little bit more harsh. Okay, so there you go, there we have it. Very quick and design. We did that in less than 10 minutes, and again you can sort of adapt this to kind of what your kind of design. You could use different fonts, different images, you know, but there you go. There's a really simple, quick way to design an awesome design with different features. Again, you just remove the background, and now if you save this as a PNG, you can upload this to your print-on-demand provider and add it to the products of your choice. So I hope this video helps you out and helps you create some awesome designs. You know, getting good at using Photoshop or anything like that just comes down to, you know, practice. The more you do, the better you'll get. Again, if you need help growing your Etsy store, or if you'd like to, you know, learn how you can implement these cool designs you're going to come up with, or learn how to design in this video into, you know, a blueprint which you can use to, you know, grow your Etsy store, and as I mentioned at the start of this video, I've put together a completely free 1-hour masterclass that will show you the exact steps and processes you need to take if you want to build an Etsy store that generates over $100,000 or more in a year. To view the masterclass, simply go to the link beneath this video. Again, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comment section how you're getting on with your Etsy stores. Keep hustling, and I'll see you in the next one.